Here we are with the next installment of the Sowsier Chronicles. I'd spoken about this kilt. I'd raged about this kilt, uh, made or at least imported by a prominent supplier to the reenactor community. Not mentioning the name, the greater the truth, the greater the libel. And I'd listed the discrepancies and the errors and the mistakes and the sheer awfulness of this thing before. Primarily that this is supposed to be a Seaforth kilt, and the red line isn't centered on the apron. It's the most ghastly thing I've ever seen. And on top of that, I missed this last time when I was raving about this thing. This isn't Seaforth number 2. This is Highland Light Infantry 2A. It isn't even the right tartan. It's a larger set. So I'd said, because I'm doing work for the Seaforth Cadets for my old regiment, pro bono, and I thought that the timings had relaxed a little bit because of the pandemic. But then I got a call from one of my old soldiers who's now an officer with him saying, we need this actually post haste because they have their exchange program in Scotland. The guy's going to Scotland at the end of the month. He needs a kilt. And I thought, oh God, it has to be this one, doesn't it? Not a shining example of the kilt maker's art. So again, I'm doing this pro bono, A, because I don't want this on my books. B, I don't want my name attached to it. I will sign it inside, but I'm not going to put my label on it. But so what I'm going to do with this is his measurements are fairly close. I don't have to reduce it all that much, but I do have to center this line on this apron. So what I've done, oh yeah, and other things. The straps are very poorly done. Those holes are far too large. The buckles, on the other hand, are excellent. They're wonderful reproductions, the originals. But these straps are at crazy angles. But, sorry, I had to rave about that for a minute. But to get this line to the center of the apron, I'm going to rob a pleat on either side. So this is right now 29 pleats. It's going to be 27 pleats. And as I said elsewhere, by robbing that pleat, I'll be able to center that red line on the apron. And as I was doing this, see, again, we're going to rob this pleat out and press it flat. Do you see that right there? Shining in the light. That, my friends, is a pin left in the garment by no, I'm going to keep my language safe for work. The astoundingly incompetent individual who left it there. Now, again, this takes me right back to my apprenticeship, where I would be, or at least I was threatened with, being made to eat the thing while my master watched. So I'm going to put that up here as a daily reminder to myself about hubris and everything else. Jeez. Yeah, so from here, now this is what? Middle of the month, this is what, the 11th. He's going to be on the plane on the 30th, so I'm going to have to move sharpish because I've got many other things to do. So we're going to press this flat, we'll let it cool, and then we'll carry on with a standard rebuild. But again, I have to sit down and see if it's even possible to obliterate this mark, this weaving, this deliberately woven. Well, if this was rope supplied to the Royal Navy in the 1700s, we'd call it a rogue's yarn. It's a yarn woven in to show the edge of the piece. The original rogue's yarn was woven in to show that it was crown property. But this is the most astonishingly awful challenge I've ever had to face, because I'm going to spend quite a bit of time with a marker blotting those things out. But even so, I don't know how much to tell, and I must have a chat with this fellow saying, look, there's just a chance that you're going to get a storm of criticism about this kilt, because this is not something which I would hold up to the public as a shining example of competence. Anyhow, wish me luck, metaphorically rolling up the sleeves. Away we go.